Cover my place so I know they can't find me. Made a damn near dub off a packet. She say it ain't trickin' if yo I got it. Got the little bitch and she work at the postal. She say just do what you say and you supposed to. Huh? Might run that check while I'm sitting in the Uber. If you don't know me, I'm good with computers. If it ain't about money, I ain't tryna chill. 20 profits, I'm flooded with bills. Most of my bitches, they spoil like some milk. Mansion on the way, that bitch getting built. Rental car service, I check me an M. My life a movie and my life a film. I'm getting money on the front and the back end. He ain't the plug if he said it, he taxing. Favor for favor, I do it without asking. Couple sluts on the payroll, they gon' trap you. Couple bands on your head, niggas gon' clap you. Niggas hating on the internet, who gon' at you? Run out like 400K off of Apple.
What up, what up? This is your boy B with Outside the Box. Today we had a wonderful guest by the name of Jaz, Cashatik Jaz Unique on Instagram. You also can find her same handle on YouTube. She is an actress. She is a motivational speaker. She is a voice for many women out here, and she's definitely walking her truth. So it was an honor having her on the show. Without further ado, I present to you Cashatik Jaz Unique. Let's go.
I'm going to give y'all some game, even though the game is to be sold, not to be told. But when you a person that's getting money, I'm talking about real money, that's touching a real bag, or on your way up that ladder and progressing and doing shit and starting to be successful, you have to move different.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have a special guest with us today. We have Jaz, aka Cashatik Jaz Unique on Instagram. How's it going today? How's it going today, love?
Everything is going good. How about you?
Everything is perfect. I'm very blessed. Got, breath in my lungs, blood pumping through my veins. So I got another chance to win,
Yes, you do. I amen to that.
So I'm grateful to have you on the line today because, I follow you on Instagram and, I find that you have a very powerful message, and this message, it definitely needs to be heard, amongst my community, maybe yours and your community who haven't, gotten a chance to familiarize themselves with your background or, what you stand on, what you stand for. So, let's go ahead and get into it.
Okay.
That's good with you?
That's good with me.
All right, so let's go ahead and rock and roll. So, first question is, Jaz, what made you get into motivational speaking?
Well, it's crazy because I've never thought about getting into motivational speaking because I'm an actress. So one day I had to end up waking up because of the situation with Pop Smoke, and also one of my friends had did the similar thing. So I had just basically turned my phone on and just wanted to speak to people. It was something heavy on my heart. And once that video went viral, I'm like, wow, this is something I can do. And I've always been a person to have, wisdom and knowledge and stuff like that and, help people out. So I'm like, I could be the jack of all trades. So, I don't really too much consider myself as a motivational speaker. I mean, I'll give motivational things, but I more consider myself for the voice of the streets. You know what I mean? People that, come from where I come from or, different places of the world, of poverty, the trenches, whatever you want to call it. So I just feel what I speak, they can understand it. You know what I mean? I can get intellectual with things. I'm very intelligent,
Definitely.
but I like to keep it real and I like to keep it raw. So it's when I noticed that I moved thousands of people, and to this day, February 19th made a year that video went viral. To this day, the video is still going viral.
It
So
is.
then as I put out other videos, it touched so many people, and it's yeah, this is your calling. Yeah, acting is too, but this is it. So I'm okay, well, I'm just gonna, do my speeches, and I just came up with bullshit realness because they be on that bullshit and I be on that real shit.
Right, facts, and that's so powerful, and I'm glad that you said that, because I find that whenever we step into our birthright or whatever endowments God has, our Creator has blessed us with, we always get that assistance. The doors just seem to open up for us, you know. The
Yeah.
opportunities just come out of nowhere, you know.
Like
And
this
that's
opportunity of doing this interview with you. You know what I
mm,
mean?
and I'm honored that you would even consider that an opportunity because, you know, I still got a long way to go. But, you know, just like yourself, you know, I have a voice and I have a
Yes, you
very
do.
powerful message.
Yes, yes,
And,
you
you
do.
know, I thank you and I appreciate that. And I just feel that when we have the platform to, you know, use that ability, it's very important that we, you know, that we use it properly.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So,
I agree.
so my next question is, Jazz. So, to any woman or young ladies out there who has a perspective but is struggling to find her courage, you know, to let her voice be heard, what advice would you give to them?
The advice that I would give to them is to stay true to self. You know what I mean? I always walk in your truth. And as long as you are true to yourself, nothing really matters. You know, most of the time we try to put like on this facade and we try to be something that, you know, we're not because of the things that people will say and the things that, you know, people would judge us and stuff. So, me personally, once you stop caring about what other people think of you and start really living in your truth, then you got it. And I will advise women to manifest. Manifest is so real. Like, speak things into existence, speak great things over your life,
Mm,
even your
mm.
thoughts. You know, when you have negative thoughts, turn them into positive thoughts because you might even know your thoughts also can manifest. So I would tell women to like manifest, you know, stay prayed up, even if you, a lot of people don't believe in God and things like that. Well, a higher power or, you know, I'll say meditate and, you know, tap into your inner self, do a lot of soul searching and, you know, love yourself. But most of the thing I would say to get your voice heard, if you are true and authentic, people are going to feel that because they feel the realness, they feel the authenticity of that. So as
Mm-hmm.
long as you stay true to yourself and walk in your truth and not care what people are going to think about you, because they're going to talk about you whether you're doing good or bad. They're gonna talk
Hello.
about you whether they feel like what you speaking. Oh, everybody said that. I heard that from somewhere else. Oh, you saying what everybody else say. Or, oh, you ain't got yourself together. So how you gonna come and try to give us advice or whatever the case may be? Everything we say, majority of us who are motivational speakers who are giving out this game to people, we're actually talking to ourselves. If it makes sense to you.
Mm.
We also already talking to ourselves when we're breaking it down like that because these are experiences that we are dealing with in our life. So I would tell young ladies out there, stay true to yourself, walk in your truth, and
I
you will
love
be
that.
okay.
I love that. I love that. And one of the main things that I took away from what you just said was the most powerful, one of the most powerful things you said was thought. And you know what? One thing that I want to highlight is thoughts become things. You know, thoughts become things. Our thoughts, they have the ability. We have the ability with our thoughts to shape our lives into whatever we want them
Yes.
to be. You know, and you know, it sounds so cliche is to say that, but anything that your eyes can see, right? It all started
Mhm.
off as a thought.
Absolutely.
It all started as a thought,
Absolutely.
and someone
Yes.
had to have the courage to manifest that, what you just said,
Yes.
and build
Yes.
it with their hands. So
Yes.
your
Yes.
brain in your hands, it builds this whole world around us. So what you just said, it just holds so much weight. And any young ladies, any women out there who are tuned, that's going to be tuning into Outside the Box, I want you to really take heed to what you just said, because we live in a time now where, and I'm sorry, what you just, like I said, I love what you said, and I just want to expand on something real quick. We live in a time now where people are selling themselves short for attention.
Absolutely.
People are selling themselves short for attention, and
They
that little
selling
bit
their
of them
souls. They selling their souls. Absolutely.
as a parent, right? Because you are a
Hmm.
parent.
Yes, I am. 13 years in the game. Had my baby at 15, going on 16.
13 years.
Yes, and I'll be 30 in May. Her birthday, May 13th, so it'll be 14 years. Yes.
Oh, so she's a Taurus.
Yes, she is, just like a mama. Every bit
Oh,
of me.
strong-minded, strong-minded,
Oh, yes.
strong-willed, rather.
Oh,
Excuse me.
yes, she is. Oh, my God.
You know, so all right. So as a parent, what is your disposition towards the world our children are currently living in right now? And you know, what would be any tips as a parent?
Oh, I'm so happy
Um,
you brought this up to me. Oh, I'm so happy.
let's
Let me
go.
tell you,
Let's go.
we got to get our kids off this social media. We
Mm,
got to stop letting this social media raise our kids because us as adults, we already are getting lost in the social media. We already selling our souls and stuff in the social media. So imagine if we having our kids do this right now, the ones that soak up everything like sponges, we are going to lose our children. You get what I'm saying?
I
That is
do.
the main thing. We need to pay attention to our children. We need to also let our children know that their voice matters. Most of the time, we tell our kids, you don't know nothing, you don't need to feel like this, or whatever the case may be. And that's BS, because they are human just like us. They're little people. Because if you think about it, we are still kids. But that'll go over a lot of people's head.
Don't let that go over your head,
So
folks.
don't let that go over your head. So I would just really advise people like to watch your kids on social media. And I say this because I see certain things with my daughter. And I had really had a real talk with her, and I had really broke it down to her. So now my daughter uses her social media for her clothing line and for her basketball. So if you are going to let your kids use social media, because 9 times out of 10, they're probably already equipped to it, adapted to it, and stuff like that, you need to put on those parental things. Certain phones have it where different ads and different things won't pop up where they can see this type of stuff, because everything is exposed now. Before,
Correct.
things was hidden in the closet and stuff like that, and kids couldn't see this type of stuff, and kids couldn't, know about these type of things. Now they just let everything out. They let everything hang out, and we got to protect our kids. They are the future. They are the generation. We got to break these generational curses. If you got full-grown people that's 30, 40, 50 years old selling their souls to this social media, what do you think your kid is going to do?
Correct. Because ultimately they're looking to us for guidance.
Yes, they are.
And see, the problem is, it's almost like, I'm 34, right? So I came up in a time when it was like, do as I say, not do as I
Yes,
do.
exactly.
But as parents
A
now,
time
now
when
that we are, go
your
ahead.
parents didn't have conversations. You couldn't sit in your parents' face when they was having conversations
I
or
say
when they
this
was
all
on
the
the phone.
time. Tell it, Jazz. Go ahead, please. I say
You
this
know what
all
I
the
mean?
time,
You
all
couldn't
the
do that
time.
type of stuff.
This is
You
a
know what I
fact.
mean? So, I just really advise people to, really talk to your kids, because it's easy. And I know it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Kids can be very stressful. And also we dealing with our life, probably, trying to build our career, trying to give ourselves self-love and relationships and all that type of stuff. So it's easy for us to just give them an iPad, to give them a phone, and, have them go on about themselves because they content and they not bothering us. And we trying to get our momentum and our piece together, whatever like that. But no, build that relationship with your kid. Like, talk to your kid. You know what I mean? See what they're doing on social media. Like, my daughter's social media is hooked up to my social media. I'm clocking everything that she's doing at all times. And it's like, I say this because this is speaking from experience. I have seen how my daughter see these people on social media, and she wants to wear the things they want. She wants to be like them and all that. And I tell my baby, you got a mama that's always been a leader. I ain't never been a follower. I ain't never been a person that set trends. I set trends. You understand what I'm saying? So I have to really break it down to her, and I have to really tell her, especially with me having a teenager now, they hormones start coming, and it just be all type of stuff. So we have to really lock down on our children, and we have to really listen to our children and have those talks with them, and have them real talks with them too. Don't try to do the whole, tooth fairy world is all perfect and
Yeah,
the
that one fish,
Cinderella
two
living.
fish. Yeah.
No, because nowadays these kids are dealing with a lot of trauma. Like, we need to talk to our kids about police brutality. They're seeing this stuff all the time on social media. We have to
Yes.
have these conversations with our kids with police brutality and let them know. And we have to teach our kids, and we have to have them unlearn and relearn things. There's a lot of things that we need to install in our children that schools and stuff didn't install in us, or even our parents didn't install in us. Financial literacy,
Because it
mental
wasn't
health.
installed in them.
Exactly, mental health, financial literacy. What else? Just a lot of things. So if we have those tools now, even though we didn't, we have them now. So it doesn't matter what wasn't installed in our parents or our ancestors and things like that, because at the end of the day, our ancestors moved through us. You see what I'm saying?
There we go.
We probably didn't think it was installed in us because we didn't open up our mind. We didn't open up that third eye. It's
Right.
already in us. See, it ain't
Right.
on us. It's inside of us.
Right. There you go. and we're in the age of Aquarius right now, you know. So we are the first generation that will be. We are the first generation to break the generational curses, to have the
Mm.
ability to break the
Yes, I
generational
received that. You
curses.
just gave me chills in my body because I will lead a nation. I will break generational curses. I will build
Mm,
generational wealth.
mm, mm. I am the I am, you
And
know.
as
And when
long
you,
as I got a person like you too, we're gonna be a real powerful force and movement. Because I check out your page and I see how you are. I already see it.
oh, you see
You
how I'm
know,
coming?
yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm trying to get on your level.
And likewise, and I feel the same way, and I'm so honored. Like once again, I'm big on that word honor, you know,
I'm
because we
honored
live in a
too,
time.
King. I'm honored too, King.
You know, we live in a time, you know, where people don't have their values in order. We live in a time where people are not, especially like, you know, as a man, you know, with the son, with the daughter, you know, it's important that I use my voice to let them know what that it's important to be smart. It's important to be respectful. It's important to know to have some knowledge about yourself, to read books, you know, to take your health in consideration, building your credit, all these different things. You know, even when it's time to go pay bills, my daughter be right there. You know, like she sees
That's
how daddy
good.
handles
That's
business, you know,
good. That's
because when she
good.
gets to a place, she's not going to be wild and impressed by some little kid, some little boy, because my daddy already did that. I didn't seen that 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was eating lobster tails on a Wednesday with dad when I was 8 years old. Like
Okay.
nothing,
For
none of that is
real.
impressive, you know.
My
But
daddy brought me my first car at 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Not that my
and it
dad
was
did
and
that,
it was a
but I'm
Mercedes, you
sure,
know.
you will do that, Yeah.
Appreciate that, and likewise. So let's go ahead and keep it rolling. So
Okay.
um okay, so where are you from originally?
I am from Chicago, Illinois, the east side of Chicago.
Nice, nice. I've been to Chicago.
Okay, is you from New York?
I am.
I can tell your whole accent. I love New York people. Shout out to my New York people out there. If y'all on here listening, shout out to New York, man.
Salute, salute, salute. Yes, definitely. Born and raised, born in
What
Brooklyn,
part?
raised in Queens. Born in
Queens,
Flat, born in Flatbush, Brooklyn, and I was raised out in Hollywood.
Brooklyn. Woo-hoo,
Yes, yes,
shout out to
yes.
Brooklyn.
That's my heart. New York is my heart, you know. But I'm out in the West
Chicago
Coast
is my
now.
heart.
Yep, yep, yep. And I'm
Even though
just
I'm
making
in Cali with the vibes, I've been in Cali since 2013, but Chicago is my heart. That's home.
right because that everything that you are, the seasoning that you got, it came from that place. You know what I'm saying? That
Yes.
sauce that you got, it all came from there. So that's what makes you unique, you know, and I carry that with me everywhere I go. You know, at the same time though, I'm not set in my ways. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
open to learning new ways. And because I consider myself more of a philanthropic person. Like
Ah,
I'm a philanthropist. Like I study people. I study different walks of life, and I see
okay.
what I can adapt to my way of doing. Because everybody has something that they do very well. It doesn't
Yes.
matter what culture. You can
Yes.
extract something from every culture
Yes.
and
I believe a
insert it.
higher power gave us all a gift. Absolutely.
So okay. So it was a two-part question. So being that you grew up in Chicago, for anyone who's never been, what is your recommendations to ensure that they have a fun and safe visit? you
Oh my
know,
God.
because your city got a little reputation. You know.
Yes, it do. And it's so crazy because it's just like the media have all type of different places, with messed up reputations. You know what I mean? So me personally, downtown is a very beautiful place. You know what I mean? Far as like with violence and stuff like that, it's not really too much, violence down there. I would say if you was to go to Chicago to visit, downtown Chicago, we have the lakefronts and stuff like that. There's very beautiful. Of course, you would want to come in the summertime because you can enjoy it more so much the winter because it gets cold out there. But
Yeah.
really, to be honest, like I love my city, but it ain't safe nowhere. You just got to keep your head up and to be aware to be alive and stay out the way for real. That's
Mm,
what I can really
mm,
tell you because
mm.
we lost two great people. Long live Duck, long live Zach TV. They
Rest
both
in
got
peace.
killed in the Gold Coast of Chicago, and that's downtown, and that's where the money at. That's where the people that got that bag at. Ain't nobody was getting killed and stuff, no downtown. So that's why I
It
say
can
like
happen anywhere, right?
it can really happen anywhere, but it's like for instance, I had brought an ex with me to Chicago. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And he
Mm-hmm.
was fine. Like I had him all through the hood. I had him everywhere. So like even if you want to go visit the hoods and things like that, it's okay because nobody is after you. Like Chicago, when they talk about the killing and all this stuff, them real blood in the streets. This shit go way back to '08, '07, and stuff like that. So it's not like people just walking up, oh, I'm finna kill you. No, it's not like that. Like you can really move around and be cool and be freely in Chicago. But at the same time, you want to keep your eyes alert. And I feel like anywhere you go, you want to be aware because you have to be aware of your surroundings. You know what I
100.
mean? It could
100.
be people that don't have nothing to do with you. You could be going to the gas station or something, and it could be some people that beefing and they see each other and they get into a shootout or something. So I tell anybody, like, wherever you go, keep your eyes up, keep your head up, and be aware. But like, yeah, we got downtown Chicago, we got the lakefronts and stuff, and we got great food. So yeah, I would say go visit downtown. That's like one of our main attractions. And the museums, we got some museums too that are nice. And I would say do the lakefronts. Yeah.
Chicago was real cool when I went out there. Unfortunately, I wasn't out there in the summertime though. Yeah, it was very very cold. I come from a
Well,
cold place as well. I'm sure you've been in
right.
New York City, but
Yes.
Chicago, that cold hit different out there. Like,
Well, even Christmas time is beautiful going down there too because downtown is so lit up and it's beautiful and they have the Christmas parades and stuff like that or whatever. And a lot of the clubs and things like that are more popping because people are want to be inside. So like I would do like more clubs that's like downtown or like clubs that's like the outskirts of Chicago, more like the suburbs and things like that. Like I wouldn't advise nobody to go to no club in Chicago if it's not downtown. Like no.
well, you heard it first. Y'all can go out there. You can have a good time. Just have your head on a swivel. You don't have to walk around, with a vest on, or it's not that serious.
It's not at
It's not
all.
that
No, it's
serious.
not.
It's a beautiful city overall, though. Like it's actually it reminds me. It's very reminiscent of New York. Especially
Yeah,
with
that's why I
the
love New York so much. Y'all like our cousins.
seriously. I always say that. I say Philly, Chicago, and New York is like distant cousins.
What about Detroit too, right?
Oh, Detroit, Baltimore. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
We all have similar ways.
yeah. But it ain't sweet in Cali either.
Oh, but see, it's not. See, the thing is this though. It's not sweet anywhere.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
not
you. Don't
sweet
let that go
nowhere.
over y'all heads either, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all heard what he said.
Yeah, no, it's not sweet nowhere. Like you got real people, you got real folks everywhere. You got cornballs everywhere. You got fake ones everywhere.
Yes.
And you got real ones
Yes.
everywhere. It's
Yes.
all about the frequency that you're looking to connect with, though.
Thank you.
Because what are you going to put out? What are you going to put out there when you go out there? Because I've been many of places, and they was like, man, you from where? Dad, we rock with you. And it's because I don't go no place trying to act like where I'm from is better than where you from. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because
Yeah.
you got cool shit out here too. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so
Hmm.
let's just keep it rolling. Y'all safe in Chicago. I just want to let y'all know. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid at all.
So what so what are some of your greatest influences?
As far as people,
It could be music, people, just that has gotten you to this point where you are not afraid to walk in your truth and letting your voice be heard.
well, the biggest thing is like me being a mother because, like I said, I was 15 when I had my daughter, and her birthday is May 3rd. My birthday is May 13th, so I was turning 16. So it's like anything I do, I know I have to do it for her. You know what I mean? Once I had my child, I knew it was not about me anymore. So she's like a big influence. And then like my mom and my grandma, they always been my superheroes. I always had my back. And also like my godmom, Chew, my dad, and things like that. So like my family is like my real big influence. Like I always feel like, the person that needs to take care of everything and, to be the one to make it and, to be the one to do great things and stuff like that. People that like influence me, like coming up as a kid, I always like people like Michael Jackson, That was like really my favorite
Who
person
didn't
ever.
know? Who didn't?
I
I
mean,
feel
that
like
was like
every
my
kid
favorite
Michael
person.
Jackson
No,
was.
no, 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 no. Like I love Michael Jackson. Like I would argue with you. Like it's really there. Like I
Nah,
don't play
it
about
goes deep.
MJ.
It runs deep. Yes, it
Yeah,
runs deep.
yeah, yeah. So like, just knowing
Michael
that.
Jackson was larger than life. I'm trying to have people understand.
Yes, just knowing that you have a little person that is looking up to you, and you're their role model, and they believe in you, and they love is so unconditional. It's like that's all I need right there. You know,
Mm,
that
mm,
right
mm.
there. And I've always been a person that was in the church, even though I'm not a Christian. I was brought up as a Christian, but now I'm more spiritual. I still believe in God and things like that. I'm just not with religion. I'm more spiritual. So like I've always had faith. I've always known I've had an anointing over my life. So anytime I'm feeling down or I'm feeling depressed or feeling like I'm going into depression, I always have to know, like, Jasmine, you have an anointing over your life. You have a gift over your life. Many I call, but only a few I chosen. Like you
Wrong.
one of the handpicked special made ones. Like, and you also have a daughter that needs you. And then I have nieces and I have nephews and stuff or whatever like that. My brother, he was also influenced because he wanted to be an actor. And then I was like, oh, at first he wanted to be a rapper. And I'm like, oh, I want to be a rapper like my brother. Then he wanted to be an actor. And I was like, oh, I want to be an actor like my brother. And me, him, and my sister, we used to film short films and stuff in the house. We went and got a videotape, and we used to just film short films. And then like Sam, my sister, really living out her goals and living out her dreams, booking auditions, booking roles, doing TV shows and movies and stuff like that. So she's a big influence on me and stuff like that, and the women in my life, and
Mm.
my daughter, and also just like my city, like, I just feel like I got my city on my back, and it's a lot. But yeah, my daughter especially, like, yeah.
That's very strong. That's very strong. That's actually that's what I would consider solid, which leads into my next question. Jazz, what is your definition of solid?
Mm. My definition of solid, like, my definition of solid is like, I just feel like stay down. You feel me? Like your word is your bond, first off. If you don't
Mm.
got your words, you don't got nothing. Keep
Correct.
your word.
Correct.
That's number one. You feel me? I
Correct.
feel
Correct.
like if you say that you this person, be that person. When times get hard, don't switch up on a person. You feel me? When a person back is against the wall, don't switch up on a person. When a
Right.
person is down, the easiest thing you could do is kick a person while they down. Don't
Mm-hmm.
do that to a person. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? So I say stay solid. Yes, I am. So I say stay solid and stay down until the come up.
Stay down
Stay
till you come
down.
up. Stay down till you come up.
Yeah. And being
I,
solid is being true to yourself. It all goes back to being true to yourself. If you true to yourself and walking in your truth, it's like can't nobody never say you disloyal or you not solid, because this is who I am. I didn't have no mask on. I wasn't portraying to be nobody. So what you got is what you got. If you're gonna accept me for who I am, or you gonna love me from a distance.
And that's as solid as it can be, because see, too often what people do is they place you in a certain space, where they expect, like, all right, so for example, right, true to yourself. I love that. If you're in, we live in a time where if you are not like, you got to be able to know that you can look yourself in the mirror and say that I this is what I stand on. Just because everybody is doing this, or people are doing that, or people are rolling this way or going that way, what do you stand on? What do you stand for? What do you believe in?
Exactly.
You
Because if you
know,
don't
and
stand for anything, you fall. If you don't stand for nothing, you fall for anything. That saying been around before I was born.
mhm.
You got to stand on something. You got to stand on something.
But see, you got, it also is a process of, believing in yourself enough to being cool with being ridiculed, or being looking like, oh, this is, or what oh, she moving different. It's not my job to maintain your image of who I am. you
Okay,
know
now come
it,
on now.
it's just not. It's not my job to do that. So whoever I was years ago, or whatever you used to know of me, that's not my problem. Like, who I am today is, I'm sorry, like, you kind of summed it up so well.
And
So
then another thing
anyways,
too, I want to say for people too on the solid thing, I want to bring something else too. If a person confines in you with personal information or they business or whatever the case may be, don't go around telling their business. especially the folks that don't even know them or folks that do know them. When a person confiding you on some stuff, keep them secrets. Don't go out and tell people business and things like that. That's not solid. That's not 100 at all. That's not. It's not cool. A lot of people do that a lot. They go around and tell people business, and it's like, these people don't know me, because you telling somebody, another person business, y'all having those type of conversations. And like I say, life and affirmation, the other people tongues are speaking, and now y'all not even knowing, but y'all praying on my downfall. You may not think you is because you just feel like, oh, you gossiping or whatever because you ain't got nothing to talk about. Don't gossip about my business. Gossip about your own business. Tell your own shit. Don't tell nothing that I got going on.
Like they say,
that
mind the
ain't
business
solid.
that
Telling
pays
people
you.
business that ain't solid. So stay down. Stay solid.
You heard what I said? Mind the business that pays you.
Okay.
So all right. So look, I know that you got a million and one things going on right now. So we're not gonna keep you. So we just gonna end on this last question here, right? So you have a viral video, like you explained earlier in the conversation, explain on how when you reach a certain plateau, one must adjust how they maneuver. Can you go into detail about the video and what you wanted people to mainly take away from that?
Okay, what I really wanted people to take away from that video is I wanted people to know that you don't have to post up everywhere that you're at on social media. You don't have to show everybody what you doing and all that type of stuff, because at the end of the day, we only doing it to get an applause from people. We only doing it for people to be like, oh yeah, they lit, oh, they got money, they this and they that. You know what I'm saying? You always want to move in silence. That's why I say to be aware is to be alive. Never let your left hand know what your right hand doing. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust everybody. You got to trust people to a certain extent. You feel me? Like a lot of people are hooking up and linking up with people because of what they got and because of what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Truth.
Like I really wanted people to understand, like, especially when you're a person in a position that's getting money, you have to move different. You can't be out here moving sloppy. You can't be out here shitting where you lay at. You can't be out here playing games with your life because of what you want a person to see what you're doing on social media, because it's always somebody watching you. Even if you're going to post where you at, post it when you leave. You ain't got to post up right there. You can still post your stuff. You can still do your thing. But post when you leave. Don't let everybody know what you're doing and where you at. It ain't everybody's business.
This is true. This
So
is
I
true.
just want people to really understand, like, stop selling your soul for these likes and these comments and these followers, because when people pass and die, all they gonna do is just post you up, make a long paragraph about you and things like that. But nobody ever told you that you wasn't moving right. Nobody ever told you that you wasn't being aware. Nobody ever told you that the person plotting on you and stuff like that. So that's why I always say to be aware is to be alive. Always be aware of your surroundings. You know what I mean? Be aware of the
100%.
people that's around you, because
100%.
this stuff is real. It's so real out here. When I say it's so real, niggas will kill you just because you getting money. And these people know this. Everything I said in that video, they know this. But I really need them to understand it, because you can know it, but you ain't comprehend it. I need my people out here to comprehend.
Please listen, y'all. Please listen. Now, like, what I will say about that is like, we have to be mindful that everybody's not happy for us.
Absolutely.
Everybody's
Yes.
everybody that's watching you is not supporting you. And
Yes.
everybody that's following you is not happy for your happiness.
Yes. Yes.
So you have to be mindful of, as you are, projecting this perfect life and this lavishness. There's some people that's like, they trying to find out where you at. They trying to find out where you be. They trying to look at your surroundings and the environment where you posting. You gotta be mindful of all these things. And that's how a lot of people get caught up, because they thinking that because they got people liking and they got people commenting on their pictures, that they are that they're applauding their success.
Yeah.
No, that they're not.
You don't need no validation from these people. You need to have your own validation for your own self. Period.
Agreed. So Jazz, I just want to leave it, put it out there for anybody who's listening. When can they go and support any type of products or merchandise that you have right now, and let them know what you got going on.
Oh, well, right now I don't have any products or merchandise or anything like that, but y'all can follow me on Instagram, Cashatik Unique _Jaz. And you can just like repost my videos, repost my skits, share my skits. And you know, I do the same for people too. But I do, my daughter got a clothing line. So, you know, y'all can support her clothing line, Hood Rich. I always, you know, try to let people know, go and shop with my baby or whatever like that. She a young, you know, entrepreneur, Black owned, doing her thing. But yeah, I just would like for people to just support my skits and stuff and share my videos and stuff, because it's so many people out here in the world that goes through a lot of things that I go through, or go through worse things that I go through. And I just want to help people as much as I can. As long as I know I reached to touch one person, I feel good about myself. I feel like I did something worth living for, because we all living, and some of us is living and we not even alive. And don't let that go over y'all head.
Don't let it go over your head, folks. This has been Cashatik Unique Jazz on the Outside the Box with Brandon show. It was an honor having you on today. We look forward to working with you in the future. You know, have a prosperous day, and just, you know, thank you for this powerful message and the powerful messages that you gave us on this show today. A lot of jewels that not just only women could take away from this, men as well. You know, hear what she's saying, folks. You know, when you get to a certain place of success and you get to a certain place of acquisition and abundance, you got to not just get the bag, you got to protect the bag also. You understand? That's the other side of the game, you know.
It ain't checkers, it's chess.
We playing 5D chess up in here, you know what I'm saying? But look, thank you so much for your time. You go ahead and get to your wonderful rest of your day. Thank you. God bless you, and we'll speak with you soon.
And you have a prosperous day too, King. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. God bless.
God bless you.
That interview was nothing short but fantastic. I'm honored that she took the time out today to sit down with us at Outside the Box, as we covered so many different subject matters, from, you know, self-esteem, you know, to, you know, how you should be moving when you get to a certain place in life, you know, so that you can maintain that position in which you've acquired. You know, she dropped so many different jewels on her Instagram. I recommend that you follow her, not just women, men as well. You know, she has a powerful message for anyone that's looking to level up. So thank you so much, Jazz. We look forward to having you on the show in the near future. It was definitely great sitting down and speaking with you. You know, you were super busy, you know, but that's what happens when, you know, like I like to say, busy is a blessing, you know. Stagnation is too close to death. So thank you so much. This is your boy B with Outside the Box. You can check us out. Shout out my sponsor, Anchor FM. You can check us out on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, all the major streaming platforms, YouTube as well. My Instagram is Raisin Brands. But this is Outside the Box with Brandon. Check us out next time. We'll see you on Wednesday. Peace.
Might run that check while I'm sitting in the Uber. If you don't know me, I'm good with computer. If it ain't about money, I ain't tryna chill. 20 profits, I'm flooded with bills.